Hello everyone, this is Katie Facilius, Director of the Dietetic Internship at California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo. I am so sorry that I am not there in person today because I love talking with students about our internship in particular, but about internships in general and the application process in general as well, and I love taking questions. So I first just want to say, although I can't be there today live, I do hope that anyone who has any interest in the Cal Poly San Luis Obispo dietetic internship will reach out to me. You can certainly call me or email me, and let's set up a time to connect. I will look forward to hearing from you all in person. But for now, let me dive into telling you a little bit more about our internship. So this is a picture of our current interns very early on in our program year. Now they're getting ready to graduate in just a couple months. They finish up toward the end of June. So we're really excited about that. And you will see pictures from not just this cohort, but interns from the last few years as well throughout this presentation. I, of course, wanted to start by just talking about a few things that I think make our internship unique. And first, I want to just focus on our rotation experiences and what the program year is like here in our internship. In terms of the rotation experiences, we really do offer both breadth and depth of rotation opportunities. Our interns go to a lot of different types of sites, get to see many different things. Each intern completes MNT rotations at least 2 different clinical settings. Many interns actually choose to split that up over 3 different sites. Our community rotations, interns go to 3 different facilities and spend 4 weeks in each. And that kind of also speaks to the depth of experiences. Our interns are at their sites long enough to really dive in, complete projects and initiatives that will make a meaningful impact on the communities there, and really get to function as a member of the team at each of the facilities. And that's so important to me as a director, to ensure that our interns really feel like they are a part of each of those facilities and making those meaningful contributions. We also have a lot of opportunities to individualize the experience. So in our program, I'll talk more about this as we go through here, but our interns get to share their priorities for which sites they want to be placed at, and they also get 2 weeks of elective and 2 weeks of staff relief where they can choose specifically where they want to complete those rotations, and those can be in any areas of practice. So this is a great program I found for applicants who either don't know yet which area of practice they want to go into or already know that they are interested in more than one area of practice, because you really do get a strong balance of time across the rotations. And we'll look a little bit more specifically at the curriculum in just a moment. Another focus in our program is a really strong support network. I really see our internship as a family, and each cohort really gets to know each other very well. We form tight bonds every year, and our interns talk always about the lifelong friendships that they form in this program. And you can look at the blog post actually that just posted yesterday as an example. One of my alums who graduated last June talked about how still on a tough day at work as a dietitian, she sometimes will send out a message to her whole cohort of graduates from the internship to bounce around ideas and get support. So I think that really speaks to the tone and dynamic of our program's culture and the relationships that are formed throughout the internship year. And I'm going to say a little bit more about that as well. And then finally, location. You guys are in a great location too, so you know how it is. But San Luis Obispo has in recent history been voted the #1 best college town in America and was previously named the happiest city in America. And you can see from the pictures here and some of the others that you'll see throughout the slideshow. If you are someone who likes the outdoors, if you like hiking or the beach, just being out in nature, this is definitely a wonderful spot. So even if you've been worried about perhaps the idea of leaving Long Beach, I swear we've got good stuff for you to experience here in San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties as well. Next, let me just run through a few of our stats in the program. So we're a 10-month program. We run from September to June. And we've been taking 10 interns in our cohorts the last couple years and plan to do the same in 2020, 2021. We have our classes and field trips on Mondays, so the group comes together aside from holidays and just a couple other exceptions, typically when Cal Poly is off on a Monday. Other than that, we come together as a group to work and learn, and I'll talk more about that. But we're together on Mondays, then Tuesdays through Fridays are when our interns are out in the field in their supervised practice rotations. And we're a wellness promotion concentration internship. And this concentration is not a special rotation, rather it's an approach that is integrated throughout all of our rotations and throughout our didactic course. And there's a lot more information you can find about exactly what that looks like on our blog. If you're interested, I have a whole video just about this. But what I can tell you in short is that what this means is we do a lot of emphasis on prevention, on community outreach, and also at looking at the whole patient and the whole client, not just in terms of physical well-being, although of course that is something that is a focus for dietitians, but also looking at social and emotional well-being and mental health. And we have classes as well as supervised practice rotation projects related to this idea of wellness promotion on a lot of different levels. To give you an idea of the balance in our internship, you can see that our interns complete 14 weeks of clinical or medical nutrition therapy rotations, 8 weeks in food service management, 12 weeks in community nutrition, and again, interns go to 3 different sites for community nutrition, 4 weeks at each site. So a month to really dive in and get to know those programs well. And then 2 weeks of elective and 2 weeks of professional staff experience, which is also often known as staff relief. To go into a little bit more depth about those community rotation experiences, we have a lot of different community rotation sites where our interns can complete experiences, and the schedules are set based on our interns' preferences. And I think this is something that is a unique feature about our program. We're certainly not the only one that does it, but not every program gives interns the opportunity to specify which partner sites they want to complete rotations at, and I am really, really happy to be able to offer that to our interns so that I know that they are going to sites that they're really excited and passionate about, where they want to make an impact on that community, serve that type of population, do the kind of work being done there. The interns get a better experience. My preceptors have a great experience then as well, because there's really a synergy that happens when interns are excited about the facilities where they're completing their experiences and growing and developing professionally in the areas that matter most to them. So you can see here on the list a lot of different types of rotations that we offer related to community nutrition. Some are still very heavy on your clinical skills and implementing a lot of MNT through more outpatient clinics. And then others are more education and outreach, more of a public health kind of slant. But there's a wide variety, and we do offer opportunities to work with diverse populations here in SLO and Santa Barbara counties through the facilities we partner with. Next, I want to talk about the elective rotation. So you can spend the 2 weeks of your elective at any facility you like, and it does not have to be here in the Central Coast. In fact, our interns can complete elective rotations anywhere across the country or even around the globe, because we recently were approved for an international supervised practice experience, and 2 of our current interns are taking advantage of that this year. We just got the approval a few months ago, and 2 of our interns are going to be completing their elective in Malawi, Africa, and we are so excited for that experience. You can see here a list of some of the types of facilities where our interns have completed electives. There are many more options certainly out there. You could potentially complete an elective at one of our own partner sites, maybe one of the facilities that you heard a good friend talking about in her earlier internship rotations. A lot of times that's what our interns do. Oh, I didn't know I was going to be so passionate about oncology, but now I want to work in the cancer center. Or my friend had this amazing experience at the San Luis Coastal Unified School District. I didn't know that would intrigue me the way it does, but now I want to find out more about food service in a school district setting. And so, they make their choices often based on that. Other interns complete their electives where they plan to move after graduating from the program. So if they're going back home, or Karina, who's pictured here, she knew that she was going to be moving to Florida after graduating from the program because her fiance got a job out there and neither of them had any connections in the area. So she wanted to network. And so she did her elective with the Florida Dairy Council. And that is a big wellness event that she was at, that you see pictured here. And that did help her with her networking. She made a connection that helped her land her first job after graduating a couple of years ago. So really the sky's the limit when it comes to the elective rotation, as long as you can find a facility and a preceptor who are able to offer you appropriate learning experiences. We will work with you to make it happen. Professional staff experience, otherwise known as staff relief, is a way for you to pay back your preceptors for the training that they've given you by going back to one of the facilities, any of the facilities where you completed a rotation, and capping off your program year back at that site and performing at autonomous entry level. So you get to decide if you want to do that in clinical, food service management, or community dietetics settings. And again, this is your opportunity to really determine for yourself where your passion areas lie and prove to yourself that you are ready to step into the field of dietetics as an entry-level practitioner. A few more words about our class and seminar. I mentioned that we meet as a group each week. We do a lot of small group activities. Interns do quite a few presentations, including a very in-depth research presentation on a topic of your choice. We do bring in guest lecturers across a wide variety of areas of expertise in dietetics. We go on field trips to facilities in the area where we can do tours. For instance, we go to the state hospital, we go to the Vandenberg Air Force Base. We get to see dietitians across a variety of settings and again get to explore what it's like to be a dietitian wearing different hats than some of the ones you might have been exposed to in your own rotation experiences. I mentioned before the strong support network, and of course you can form strong bonds in any internship, but I do just like to mention that that is really integral to what we do at Cal Poly. So this is not just something that happens incidentally, but it is in fact commitment that we make to our interns to strengthen those connections and to essentially make that a foundational aspect of your year at Cal Poly. And I have lots of stories I could share, but for the sake of time, I won't go into them now. You can see from the pictures, these are all ones that were taken through social events that the interns put together themselves. And our interns they do spend time together outside of rotations. They celebrate together, they explore together, and they have fun and play together. And I just love that that is a part of kind of who we are at our core here at Cal Poly. You can find our admissions requirements on our website, so I'm not going to spend time reading through all of this, but I do encourage you to make sure that you take a look and see what it is that we're looking for. We are a competitive program, but we also really do look at applicants beyond just the GPA. We do want to see all of what you bring to the table. So don't count yourself out if your GPA isn't the strongest, but you have wonderful experiences in the field. You might very well still be an incredibly strong applicant for our program. In terms of what we're looking for, we absolutely want interns who are self-directed and independent, who are willing to take initiative, apply critical thinking, demonstrate leadership skills. And we're looking for people who bring depth and breadth of experience in the field, as well as other types of professional positions. Don't count out those valuable experiences that you might have outside of dietetics. But we hope people come in here applying to our program with professional experience that is going to help them to be successful in their rotations. And we're absolutely looking for team players. We are looking for applicants who want to be a part of that cohesive and collaborative cohort, who do want to connect outside of our classes together, but really, again, form those bonds and form a family for the year that they're together, and hopefully throughout their lives as well. I really encourage you to consider attending one of our online open houses. You don't need to travel, and you can come and meet our interns. I don't have the date set just yet for the upcoming application season, but we typically host one in November and another in January, and half of our cohort attends each of those sessions, and it's a great opportunity to ask them questions directly. The focus of our open houses is you're getting to know the interns and getting to speak with them about their experiences and ask them, what is it really like in this program? So I hope that you will reach out to me. As I said before, I've got here links to our Instagram and Twitter accounts, to our blog, and the blog is written primarily by current interns, now and then by me or an alum, but it gives you, I think, a really great, keen insight into what our program is all about. And again, please don't hesitate to email me or give me a call. I would love to speak with you further about any questions you have about the program and hopefully provide some insights into what it's really like. And I hope you will stay in touch. And I hope you're all having a great time at the symposium, and I'm sure it's a wonderful event, and I'm sorry I'm not there in person, but I am thinking of you all today. Thanks so much, and I'll hope to talk to you soon.